Hi there, Chronic J again with First Choice Cannabis. Today we're going to talk about the differences between medical cannabis and recreational cannabis.
So, what is the difference between medical grade and recreational marijuana?
Well, to start off, recreational, it's processed very, very quickly. Everything about the recreational market is all about the profit. So they're just growing it as fast as they can using budget nutrients, not properly flowering it out to the recommended times. Most strains go to about 8 to 10 weeks, and the real medicinal effects don't come into the 9th or 10th week. And most growers on the recreational market are pulling like 6 or 7 weeks, just enough to where it looks good and smells good. But also a lot of them, they don't take pride in their testing or anything like that. So a lot of them are rookie growers doing their first time grows or basement grows underground, and where people can't be seen. So they're getting powdery mildew, bugs, all kinds of stuff that is very, very bad for the ingestion. If you incinerate any kind of mold, it is horrible for you. It bugs too. It'll make you cough.
What happens when I use marijuana with mold in it? How would I know if it has mold?
Okay, so mold, first off, I have a sample right here of a sample that was brought in that has contracted botrytis, which is known as bud rot. So this can be devastating for a new grower because this is a sneaky little bugger. You can't see it on the outside besides maybe a little dead leaf, but on the inside, it's ruined. All the way through the middle is total gray mold. It's nasty stuff. You really don't even want to be breathing the spores off of this right now. I'm going to put it back in its bag. But when you take a hit off of something that has mold, it's immediately going to be extremely harsh. You're going to feel the glands in your throat swell. It's going to be hard to breathe. It's not going to be that good cough that of something that is of medical grade. It's dry throat. It can cause serious health problems as well.
Does that mean that all marijuana that makes me cough has mold?
No, absolutely not. Sometimes when you take a hit off of cannabis, it is not only mold that can make you cough. Simple things as not being properly cured or trimmed. A lot of patients, they don't even trim their stuff. And when they don't trim off the excess leaves, all those big families, they carry chlorophyll. So there's a whole process of doing the proper curing. And when you properly cure your medicine, you can actually release all the chlorophyll gases, which makes for that harsh, unpleasant experience, and you can turn it into a connoisseur medical experience where it's very smooth, very tasty.
What is the proper way to cure and store medical marijuana?
Great question. A lot of people really do this wrong. You can grow cannabis and give all the love, and if you don't cure it right, it's still going to turn out that hay that everybody hates. So the proper way to dry and cure your cannabis is you want to hang it in a dry room. Usually I trim off all the big families first because they carry a lot of chlorophyll and they're not very beneficial for the medical user. So if you're going to try and do it on a connoisseur level, you want to dry in a 65 to 68 degrees, 65 to 68, around 20% humidity. You want as dark as possible. Light degrades the cannabinoids by the minute. So you want it to be as dark as possible with a little bit of airflow, but you don't want to dry out very fast. A lot of growers that are on the recreational market, they dry it as quickly as possible. They're dehydrating it, drying it within a week, and then just pushing it out the door with no cure, no bag, no jar, and that's exactly what it is. It's hay. They're actually literally smoking weeds. But if you can actually do a proper cure by drying it to 15% humidity, just enough to where it bends and snaps, and that should take anywhere from 2 to 3 weeks. So you really want to slow the drying process down.